Your sound's working. I'm just making the face of the cover. There we go. That'll make for a good thumbnail, huh? For the video. Future. Monster. 10 years old. 10 years old. We got a collab coming soon with Future and Metro Boomin. I believe it's called We Don't Trust You. You know what that means if it's involved Metro Boomin. Because if Metro Boomin don't trust you, he's going to shoot you. Or so I've been led to believe. Maybe it's all one big lie. I like this cover purely for a gaming nerd moment because it reminds me of a cutscene from Diablo 2 where they're talking about Talrasha, the mage who is, well, I won't tell you the whole story, but there's a cutscene and the theme, the guy kind of looks like somewhat mummified and all this other shit, and he's screaming because they're putting this soul stone in him to capture the demon, right? A very logical, commonplace story theme for a video game. But it looks like that a bit. Kind of coming in blindish here on Monster. This is before Rodeo. I've been informed of that. Something to keep in mind. This is before Future became the big, massive artist known as Future. This was kind of before he blew up, or so I've been somewhat led to believe. So it's maybe not necessarily an unknown artist, but his future is uncertain at this point in terms of the industry, how successful he's going to be. Apparently, it's pretty raw at times, lyrically. I hope so. You know, given the cover, given the title, Monster, it'll be kind of interesting to see where this all goes thematically, if there is a theme that runs through it. Or, I mean, it just could in general be Monster. It's trap, from what I understand. Everyone's mentioned Codeine Crazy. No one's really specified why, so no spoilers there, but it's got 124 million listens. By far the biggest song on the album. 10 years old. I think I already mentioned that. This is the 13-track version that's on Spotify. I don't know if there's other versions. When I was pulling up Genius to get lyrics, there was a Monster and a streaming release version, and on the other version there's more songs. I don't have the more songs, I just have 13 tracks. And yeah, I find myself somewhat hesitant just because I am going in blind-ish. But I also have little tidbits of information that tend to kind of create little ideas of expectation. But they're all so small and just kind of on the periphery, I can't build up any expectations. So then I'm like, well, shit. I got to keep this in mind, but I don't know what to expect type of a thing. Anyway, a couple tracks are produced by Metro Boomin in this album, I noticed as I was setting it all up. 6 music videos that will be Patreon only. Patreon's $2 a month. No edits, no ads. And you can listen just MP3 format. A lot of the album reactions I've done, I've also posted as MP3. So if you just want to listen, you can. $2 if you want to kick in. Cool. If not, cool. No worries. Let's drop in. 13 tracks, 46 minutes. Lean and mean like a monster. Yeah, okay. Let's go. Opening track is called Radical. It's produced by Metro Boomin and Southside. And I was thinking I might read this little summary here. Let's click this. Radical is the opening track. Song sets the stage for an exploration into addiction and the fallout from his relationship with Ciara, as was described in Pitchfork. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, Ciara. Isn't that the girl that's like married to the football guy, Russell Wilson now? Football guy. I don't follow the sports very closely anymore. The sports. Anyway, okay. Addiction, girlfriend's all gone. All right, there we go. Here we go. Radical, drop it in. First time hearing Monster by Future.
Monster.
Oh, cool. Like didgeridoo type style vocal here.
Fuck, boy.
Metro Boomin want some more, nigga.
Fuck up your attitude, fuck all the gratitude. All my bitch magical, all this shit magical, all this shit radical, all this shit radical, all this shit radical, all this shit radical. Fuck all your attitude, fuck all your gratitude, all this shit radical, all this shit radical, all this shit magical, all this shit magical, all this shit radical, 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 all this shit radical,
wow.
All this shit radical, all this shit radical,
wow.
All this shit radical, all this shit radical. Man, white nigga got it right.
like this back layer of sound. Very sinister.
Bet not have no pants on you next time you see me. I just planning gratitude, the future is a treatment. For the fame, then walk around with that see me.
Cool little like digital sounds in here too.
Fuck up your attitude, fuck all the gratitude. All my bitch magical, all this shit magical, all this shit radical, all this shit radical.
In this part,
all this shit radical, fuck all your attitude, fuck all your gratitude, all this shit radical.
This part right here is like kind of intense. And then that sinister sound again. You know, I'm realizing right now I've come pretty far when it comes to trap. I didn't realize it until kind of right now. It's taken me a while to get into trap, and it's been like, it's not like I've disliked it. I've just been like okay with it. It's fine, whatever, no big deal. And the biggest barrier for me was just like this repetition stuff, you know, because I get typically I'll get bored when I hear anything being repeated for a period of time, whether it's production, vocals, lyrics, sound, anything. I get a little bored. It's hard for music to be successful in my ears when it repeats itself a lot. But this is different. Or maybe I'm finally adjusting. I think it's really, I'm finally adjusting to trap because it's not about how to coalesce. Let's just keep playing. But I've got an idea in my head. It hasn't formed into words yet, basically. But it's like this, you know, if you think of a positive framing, like a mantra, you know, a focus, a type of thing, this is like the negative side, the dark side of it. It's like it's almost like falling. It's almost like the dark, grindy sound of falling, you know? And I'll stick with that idea now just because I read the summary and it said, you know, beginning the exploration of addiction and losing Ciara, which I don't know at what level their relationship was then, but just, you know, losing a close relationship and addiction and just falling. Because it's the way he's repeating this, all this shit radical, all this shit radical. It's not positive. It doesn't come off as positive. But it sounds like being consumed by a monster in a sense. Let's keep rolling. That grindy sound in the background. Wow. That shit is great.
Fuck that laughing nigga, I got your girl that made a movie. Had a gag nigga, she eat pussy like it's sushi. Fuck them ballast nigga, cause I'm barely gonna lend it. Really loud a nigga, posting up and eat that Benny. Fuck up your attitude, fuck all the gratitude. All my bitch magical, all this shit magical, all this shit radical, all this shit radical, all this shit radical, all this shit radical. Hey, fuck all this shit, all this shit. Hey, fuck all this shit.
Wow.
All this shit.
Wow.
All this shit. I just
Huh. Yeah. Yeah. That feels like it's the opening track. Who knows where the album's gonna go? Well, you guys know, because you guys cheated. You already listened to it, didn't you? Didn't you? Sons of bitches. But if I take the idea of Monster and we're gonna go through an album that's exploring this concept of addiction, this opening track feels like the monster, just immediately we're being swallowed up by this monster, whatever the monster is. I hope it will be described a bit more in the future. Fuck all your attitude, fuck all your gratitude. All my bitch magical, all this shit magical. It feels like a joyous evil happy to take over. Like an evil that's happy because it's now in control. That's what it feels like. That's what it sounds like. I got your girl, made a movie, had her gagging, she eat pussy like sushi. I don't think there's going to be a lot of lyrical analysis here. Well, we'll see. You never know. Perp type bitches, I just came in like I'm Jimmy. Or is that Purple Haze, Jimi Hendrix? Is that the reference there? Yeah, all right. I got one. All right. Out of my mind. So gone off that soda. That's got to be... what is it? The Dirty Sprite. Oh, that reminds me. DS2. I listened to recently. A couple weeks back. I put it on. It's been a while. I hadn't listened to it. I remember, it was fine. Like I was saying at the beginning of this, yeah, it's fine. Put it on again. I was like, oh no, this is actually pretty fucking cool. Like it just had a darker tone to it, a little bit more of a sinister sound to it. And I don't. It's been tough. Like Rodeo, I think was the first trap album I listened to, and I don't feel like I ever really appreciated it just because I wasn't listening with headphones yet at that time, and I just wasn't really into trap yet at the time. And I put on Rodeo again recently too. I was kind of going through a quick trap run a couple weekends back. And I was like, yeah, Rodeo is good. I mean, the first 10, 12 tracks are great. But honestly, the last few songs, by the time I get there, I'm kind of bored, honestly. So I stirred up some shit online a couple weeks back saying Rodeo was overrated. And of course, people didn't like that. What I found funny was if you say something's overrated, you're essentially saying it's bad. And that is completely untrue. An album can be very good and overrated at the same time. Both of those things can be true at the same time. It's kind of like back when I used to watch football, I was a Panthers fan. And I remember there's a couple years where everybody's just talking about the quarterback, Cam Newton. And God, he's just the best ever. And I remember thinking to myself, he's good, but he ain't. God, some of you guys are acting like he's the best person to ever play football. No. A little overrated. And then all of a sudden, when they wouldn't let him run anymore, they had made him be a quarterback. Ooh, not really that good anymore. Yeah, he overthrows his receivers a lot. Anyway, I found it funny, the experience of calling something overrated and people getting mad at it as if I was calling it bad, because that's not true. It's not true. I also tweeted out after that as a olive branch. You know, it's one of the reasons why I don't talk to Radiohead stans about Radiohead, because it's like, goddamn. It's like I still have like traumatized memories from over 10 years ago, being at a party and like talking to somebody, a friend of a friend of a friend or something, and it came up that we both enjoyed Radiohead, and I was immediately like 5 minutes in, like, oh my God, I got to get away from this person. He would not shut up about Radiohead. And I like Radiohead. I think they're great. But he's just like, apparently, you know, if Jesus and Allah and Buddha all got together, they would combine to become Radiohead. It's like, just stop. Anyway, all right. Long sideways rant right there. Radical Gets a Heart. Great opener. Very... I hope this is what the whole album is, essentially. Let's move on to track 2, which is called Monster, produced by Southside and Metro Boomin, which was the same combo on the first one. Let's just roll. Thematically, from the first track, we've got a general idea, but let's move on to track 2 before we start solving the puzzle. We don't have any pieces yet, you know? All right, track 2, Monster. Oh. This is a cool sound too.
Shit. Oh, I got it.
Metro Boomin want some more.
All my niggas some junkies, they keep that bread on them, dog. Yola Ho is a monkey, she got her head on her, dog. Caught a flight out of London, I can't see nothing but stars. It don't fuck with my conscience, I serve my auntie that raw. Fell asleep at the gambling house with the heater right on me. And I got me some stripes like I keep Adidas on me. And I don't believe hype, all my soda gets spiked. I shake the codeine and Sprite, cause that's just the way of life.
His voice is a little different.
I'm a monster on these hoes, I'm a monster. I can't be scared of none of you.
Nice bass hit. Nice offset with his higher tone.
These bitches switching, trying to get my dick a hickey. I'm a monster on these hoes, I'm a monster. Freddy Cougar, I promote prostitution.
Cool little transition there.
Come up snoozing cause they ladies out here choosing. I know your dog hoes back in style. These hoes will smash on one of your niggas and be very proud. Wow. I don't be trusting these hoes, I just be smashing these hoes. I'ma go pull up in the house, y'all niggas tell me not to go. Talking like Kung Fu, used to wanna fuck too, now I'm wanna fuck the crew.
You know what's coming to mind as we go through this second verse? We've got the chorus and the verses. The phrase hate fuck comes to mind in this track. Because if you were just to read these lyrics, you'd be like, oh, okay, here we go. You know, you guys have heard me complain about this before. It's almost like a trope, right? In trap, especially. It's like, I'm fucking all these bitches, and your bitch is sucking my dick. And it's like, I find it, honestly, pretty boring, honestly, in terms of just lyrical content. I feel like when everybody says it, it doesn't mean anything. So why are we all saying it if it doesn't mean anything? That kind of thing. Anyway, but this, I mean, on the surface, it would sound like the same thing, but the style being used, there's like this frustration in his voice, this like anger, and it just reminds me of the idea of hate fuck, which I don't even. As a person that's been happily married for over 20 years, I don't have any like firsthand experience with what that means, but I've heard it tossed around. I think what was it, in a movie or some shit? I can't remember. Did Kendrick say it in Mr. Morale? No, but it kind of formulates in that song. The song, right, where the guy and the girl just arguing back and forth and yelling at each other, and then they end up having sex at the end. That's not quite right. I can't. Unfortunately, I've had this idea and I can't clearly define the idea, so I feel and look very stupid at the same time. We'll just leave it at that. I don't really understand fully the concept of hate fuck. I'm aware of it. This is what it seems like to me. There we go. That's really as far as I could realistically take that without just like literally making shit up. Because it isn't a celebration. He doesn't seem happy about this at all. And the song's called Monster. And I imagine if you're a person who just broke up with someone and maybe it was a close relationship and maybe it wasn't a great breakup and now you're kind of rebounding a little bit or whatever. And now you're around these people who, you know, especially this chorus, right? I got some girls that claim they're straight, but now they're kissing. They're switching, trying to give my dicky hickey, which is pretty funny. I'm a monster. I'm a monster. I don't even want to click this annotation because I know I'm not going to agree with it. So the idea, I feel like it's this idea of I'm a monster because I have no respect for these people, yet I keep having interactions with them. So I'm just as much of a monster. Like, what does that say about me? You know, that kind of thing. Like, what does that say about me? It's almost like this weird self-reflection type thing. There was another line in here too. I think it was the second verse. I promote prostitution. These hoes will smash one of your people and be very proud. The way he says, wow. I don't be trusting them. I just be smashing them. So there's no respect here. There's no love. There's no real connection other than anger, it seems like. Okay, where the fuck were we? I don't know. Let's keep going. Hopefully any of that made sense at all.
I can't be scared of none of you niggas, y'all some snitches. I got some girls that claim they straight, but now they kissing. These bitches switching, trying to get my
that
dick.
That bass is so sinister too.
I'm a monster on these hoes.
It's like a headache almost.
I can't be scared of none of you niggas, y'all some snitches. I got some girls that claim they straight, but now they kissing. These bitches switching, trying to get my dick a hick. And I say, fuck all the rules, rather fuck your baby mama.
Like the hop over in the post chorus, that's great.
I'm ready for that drama, and I know I'm a young gun, I ain't worried about karma. And I'm just living my life, and I'ma give me some money. What's happening? I don't be trusting these hoes, I just be smashing these hoes. I don't be trusting these hoes, I just be smashing these hoes.
Yeah.
I don't be trusting these hoes, I just be smashing these hoes.
That bass is so sinister. You know, I've recently learned Monster is fucking fire. This album is great so far. 6 minutes in, 7 minutes in. I've recently learned that a strategy with dealing with women is to just treat them like a prostitute. Oh man, the Slick Rick album was cool, and listening to Mr. Thug Isolation was equally cool, although there's almost two different galaxies, right? I stand by what I said earlier, even though it was, you know, somewhat vaguely defined. I don't be trusting these hoes, I just be smashing these hoes. The way he's like ranting about it, and like I was saying, the first track, Radical, this like inverse of a mantra, this almost like being swallowed by it instead. Fuck all the rules, rather fuck your baby mama. I don't know. You know, I don't know how much of a statement that is in terms of like cultural disrespect. I have no idea where that equates. I've become aware of the idea that you're not supposed to talk about somebody else's mother in hip-hop culture. That's like one of the most offensive things you could do. So I don't know where fucking somebody's baby mama falls in that realm of disrespect. It coming right after the idea of fuck all the rules seems like it's a form of disrespect to just be like, I'd rather fuck your baby mama. Anyway. I can't be scared. This one's interesting too. I can't be scared of any of you. You're all snitches. I don't really know how to sort that out. I can't be scared of you. You're all snitches. Fascinating. Pretty fucking fascinating, man. Some fresh new gear made that bitch disappear. And then you got this other line, chasing that cheese, you ain't nothing but a rat. So the whole song is just an expression of frustration of the people who are around him. And it also seems like a frustration with the self for remaining to be around them. Anyway, there's that loose idea. We'll just leave it there before I get too far down the rabbit hole. Track 3 is called Throw Away. It's produced by Nard and B, who is a production-based duo. It's two people. Okay. Out of Atlanta. Okay, here we go. Let's drop in track 3, Throw Away. Interesting experience so far. Happily surprised.
It's gonna be okay, okay, oh, it's gonna be okay.
Now he's saying it's gonna be okay. Okay, all right.
It's gonna be okay. I want no relation. I just want your face. I want no relation. I just want your face. Post the alcohol and drink it, baby. Gonna taste it. Post the alcohol and drink it, baby. Gonna taste it. I want no relation. I just want your face. Girl, you know you like a pistol, you a throwaway. We gon' drink, girl, we gon' drink like it's in Codeine. I won't ever tell you anything your heart desires. It's gonna be okay, okay, girl, it's gonna be okay. I don't want no confrontation, it's too complicated. It's gonna be okay, okay, oh, it's gonna be okay. Real nigga, we gon' play with you, gonna be okay.
I don't know if I ever closed up one of my loops about being more comfortable with trap and the repetitive nature and stuff like that, but so far the way this album is unfolding, it seems to fit so well into the trap subgenre style of repeating different lines, because that repetition does create, here at least, it creates this feeling of kind of being a little lost. Kind of like being you're a little drunk inside the mirror house and you can't quite find which the way out. It all looks the same type of a thing. Some just kind of disorienting. And trap, there are other trap songs that are obviously more of like a trance. It's not disorienting. It's more of a mental detachment. But I would say the disorientation would be a negative experience of the trance. Where a trance makes you detach and lose focus in a positive way, in a desired way. Being disoriented is the opposite of that. You've lost, you can't focus, and it's in a bad way. You're trying to, but you can't. This feels that way. So there are a couple of people that tweeted back at me when I posted the cover. You're like a pistol you throw away. Pour some alcohol. It's going to be okay. I don't want no relations. I just want your facial. Don't want no confrontation. It's too complicated. Okay. I won't ever tell you anything your heart desires. Okay. I don't go on no dates. If we have a conversation, gotta fuck. I ain't disrespectful. Never. So it's really kind of wild he throws that line in there, because everything else around it is fairly disrespectful. At least, at minimum, dismissive. I told her I would call her back, and I forgot to text her. Anyway, I'm not. This isn't a criticism of lyrics. I'm just, noticing all these things.
I just want your face, girl. You know you like a pistol, you a throwaway.
Kind of a neat floaty sound here on that opening section. Oh, cool. Trippy.
Deep down, I believe you know you're a monster too. Gone for that nigga, get it over with.
Ha.
Gone for that nigga, get it over with.
Wow.
Gone for that nigga, get it over with. Gone for that nigga, get it over with.
Wow. This is pretty fucking deep right here.
Yeah. I just showed when you fucking on a nigga when you finish. He can say that he love you.
Wow.
Now, do you feel better about yourself? Do you feel better about yourself? Do you feel better when I left? Mark my words, I'm a ball without you. I came home last night to a menage. Got my dick sucking, I was thinking about you. I was fucking on the slut and I was thinking about you. When you fucking on a nigga, hope you're thinking about me. When you land with that nigga, hope you're thinking about me. Cause I'm thinking about you. Gone for that nigga, get it over with. Gone for that nigga, get it over with.
Holy shit. I seriously just got goosebumps right now. Like, seriously. And I hate saying that because I don't want it to make it sound like I'm, you know, one of the things I dislike about reaction channels. I watch reaction stuff from time, not as much as I used to, but every now and then I just feel like, they're just telling me what I want to hear, you know? No, legit. That fucking verse right there, or that chorus, that towards the end, it really started, I got a nice little wave of goosebumps. It's finally starting to click, you know, and I'm glad I waited a little bit rather than trying to solve the puzzle first thing, but it's clicking. All these different elements that we've led up to here so far is like, oh shit, okay. So they broke up because he's out fucking around. She's more worried about him fucking them hoes than how much his love means to her. Well, and I won't, I'm not going to debate that one way or the other, okay? He's thinking about her while he's with all these other hoes and shit. And so clearly he misses her. He doesn't like the idea of her being with this other guy, obviously. Let's finish this up. This is pretty fucking amazing.
I want you to fuck with me in paradise. Cause I wanna be in your head tonight. If loving me in public ain't safe, you can take my love and hide it. Don't give up on me today. Hold on to me like a true love. I told you it wasn't true love. I ended up with temptation. You going out the country. You posting up on IG. Tell me you moving on. You don't love me no more. Monster.
This is fucking amazing. This is
I
great.
ain't worried about no fucking, I ain't worried about no fucking. It's sexing on the late night mean that much to you. My love don't mean that much to you. Fucking these hoes mean too damn much to you. I just showed when you fucking on a nigga when you finish. He can say that he love you. Now do you feel better about yourself? Do you feel better about yourself?
Wow, dude. This shit's crazy. Crazy good.
I came home last night to a menage. Got my dick sucking, I was thinking about you. I was fucking on the slut and I was thinking about you.
So, you know what my opinion is right now? This could be a 3-track EP. Perfection. That's it. We're going to keep listening, obviously. If this were a 3-track EP, he would have said so much in, what, 12 minutes? I mean, I don't even know where to begin because there's like 9 ideas flying around in my head. I'm so excited. They're like just colliding. Okay, calm down. I can. You know, the whole concept of him being a monster, being around these people who are monsters, and why are they monsters? He doesn't have any respect for them. He doesn't have any love for them. But he's with them, and being with them is kind of a reflection of his own self, and the actions that he's had, what he's done while with them, proves that he's just like them, even though he doesn't want to be like them. He doesn't like them. So now he has no respect for himself because all of that shit has led to him losing the person in his life that he does care about, that he still misses, that he wants to be with, who's now with somebody else. All in 15 minutes or 12 minutes worth of music, you guys. I just went on a fucking emotional breakup roller coaster, essentially, in 12 minutes. Wow. I do have to say too, I fucking dumb for saying it, but whatever. You know, this is what you get when you fuck around. There you go. You know, you hear the saying all the time, fuck around and find out. Obviously, that often that relates to fights and stuff like that. But you know what? Fuck around on your girl. Yeah, you find out what happens too. And I'm not trying to talk shit on Future or whatever. Look. But at the same time, I'm so often surprised when I see ideas like this expressed in music, and it also seems to come with an amount of surprise. Like, what the fuck do you expect is going to happen? Honestly. And then, but like this line is so important, in my opinion. Mark my words, I'm going to ball without you. Came home last night to a menage. Got my dick sucked and I was thinking about you. It's those two are just in clear contrast. I'm going to ball without you. But while having this great, fun-fueled party, I'm going to be thinking about you the whole time. So it's not fun. It's absent of fun because it's absent of her. Fucking amazing. Fucking amazing. Let's keep going. Track 4, it's called After That. It's featuring Lil Wayne, produced by TM88 and Southside. This is fucking fantastic so far. So now, what's going to happen? Now it's... Now, does the monster really come out? I don't know.
I got them young niggas tweaking like what them drugs at. I made them old heads
good bass.
Niggas go get they plug back. You whipping up in the foreign, them hoes love that. You stack the racks on them stats and commas come after that. One whip whipped up, 10 whips came after that. 2 bitches came up, 7 bitches came after that. Rich niggas in this building, rich niggas come after that. I know you had that bitch, but I'ma dog that pussy after that. Fuck niggas say something when I
nice hit.
Jackets come after that. White gold come after that. Got all the mugs coming after that. Private jets coming after that. Rockstar my whole status. Clearport no TSA. Little Mexico by trick. I got them young niggas tweaking like what them drugs at. I made them old head niggas go get they plug back.
This song feels to me like the damn Foley breaking. So take the idea of Future, Ciara, their relationship. He's fucking around. He probably knows he shouldn't be. There's probably an element of him not even wanting to, or not even necessarily enjoying it, or whatever. But there you go. And maybe I have this idea of maybe he was trying his best to not just fuck around all the time, right? Like maybe he was trying to control that. He was trying to just keep that gate closed so he could maintain his relationship with the person he does care about. But now that relationship is over, she's gone, she's with this other dude, the fucking dam gives way. And here comes the flood. Here comes the flood of vices that he was trying to fight against the whole time. Here it comes. Just a fucking wall of vice and addiction, temptation, desire, whatever you want to call it. Because that's what this song sounds like. It feels like that. Let's keep rolling. This is fucking cool.
Whipping up in the foreign, them hoes love that. You stack the racks on them stats and commas come after that.
Because he's just eating this up now. More.
Fetti, I'm coming after that. Say for my people and see what come after that. I live in this life for sin. What's coming after that?
100 shots come after that. Call a hoe and a rat. I said 100 shots come after that. Ain't looking good like cataracts. I'ma buy me a Cadillac cause I don't see where I'm lacking at. Them feds trying to throw me in the box. I'm like, fuck that, throw Jack in that. I'ma get that pussy wet. Her other nigga just dapping that. He buy shit, he pamper that. She tap out when I'm tapping that.
Oh, God.
Get high as me, nigga. Then where the fuck is your scapulac? Niggas flip facts like acrobats. I click clack it comes after
I
that.
got them young niggas tweaking like what them drugs at.
I think that's my favorite Wayne verse ever right there. That was fucking great. Oh, sure.
I live in this life for sin. What's coming after that?
Jesus, man. This is great. We're 4 for 4 on heart. That was a killer verse by Lil Wayne. Talk shit, get back for that. She sucked my dick. We don't kiss after that. Gotta watch my own back. Fuck around and get stabbed in that. Holly Grove, my habitat, which can rabbit back. Which is probably, I'm assuming that's a friend. 100 shots came after that. Ho ho and a rat and a rat. It ain't looking good like cataracts. Threats trying to throw me in a box. Fuck that. Throw Jack in that. I'm going to get that pussy wet. Her other friend. Just dampen that. That's good. That was absolutely the dam breaking. One whipped up 10 after that. 2 bitches came up 7 after that. Rich people in the building, more come after that. Just more. It's just a flood. This is fucking fascinating. Let's keep going. I'm too excited to pause and talk for 7 minutes. Track 5 is called My Savages, produced by Will A Fool. Drop it in track 5.
I be on the phone with Dope Boy, I be telling him he inspired me to go harder. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. My savages, my savages, my savages. I'm always dressing fresher than a mannequin. I grew up in a ruthless ass environment. I'm on the phone with yo, I ask him how the trial went. 35 racks is how my day was spent. I got a cocky back, that's how my day would get. They try to infiltrate us and then betrayed us. I told you way before what happened.
Cool piano right here.
You know when we were looking for it, they was mad at us. Hey, there's a letter for my dog. How we let the money
Cool.
get between us.
Cool.
How we let these bitches get between us. How we let these niggas get between us. I got love for all my savages with itching fingers. The fame is doing a lot of damage to my friendships. If Esco didn't love me, would've been a jump ship. And it's the love from my fans got me still here. Monster. Say I'm Illuminati.
Great sound on this track.
Trying to make me catch a body.
It's almost like a breath of air.
I don't know when I'm a flip nigga. Give me some codeine and sip nigga. Big bass and wipe a nigga nose. My girl changed the lock on the doors. They fuck that shit pulled up before. Ain't falling in love with no hoe. That what you want from me? That what you really expect? You thinking I'm sitting up depressed? Or someone can up me a check? I hate to fuck with any of you niggas. That's my only regret. Even if you got $1 billion, nigga make it come like me. Who compliment you like that? It better be about an image. Tell me all of this a gimmick. They thought the wheels got rented because the spur wasn't tinted. I told them ain't got nothing to hide. Told them I do with the pine. Told them fuck all of my wrongs. I don't even ride.
Wow, man, this is a cool track too. I like this one quite a bit.
We bang gang. We blow over now.
So that one, I'm quite intrigued with that one because on the surface, it feels like a dropping of the weight from shoulders, and almost like some clarity. You know, it's like the emotional turmoil of the breakup is over. The mental strain, the self-control of trying to fight back all these vices, you know, the previous track, the flood of all the things that come after. I don't have to fight that shit anymore, so like I can like relax on that almost a bit. You know, like okay. Like it almost feels like this idea of okay, I get to be me now. I don't have to fucking pretend anymore, kind of. Because it is this shrugging off of something. But at the same time, that doesn't necessarily mean we're free from the monster. He even says it here in the interlude, monster. He's saying a lot in this track. Saying a lot. I grew up in a ruthless environment. I'm on the phone asking how his trial went. 35 racks is how my day was spent. So there's some contrast there between talking with somebody who's on trial while he's just making all this money. You got me thinking all these bitches are artificial. The way you acting, you must not respect a real person. Pour some syrup. They tried to infiltrate us and then betrayed us. So there's some stuff happening in this track that I am not aware of. I don't know the details, but the idea of bitches are artificial, they infiltrated and then betrayed us. I told you way before what happened, they was hating on us, you know. He was shagging. There's a letter from my dogs. How we let the money get between us, the bitches get between us, so the people get between us. I got love for all my savages with itchy fingers. I got love, but it ain't like the love I got for India. So who is India? Mama, his baby mama, India. For sticking with him and take care of him. Okay. She held me down when I was broke. I got her to infinity. So that's cool. That's a cool little shout out right there. My little dog caught a murder. He's gone for infinity. Dumping ashes on your obituary. I know you're feeling me. R.I.P. my granddad quick. He should have seen that shit. Riding around with all them choppers. These rappers are mad at me. Just bought a pound of kush. I can smoke it. I have a ticket on the dealership. But then verse 2. Verse 2 is interesting. I don't know what I'm going to flip. Flip into what? You know? Because it's got this light sound, but it does feel like there's some. It's like the calm river before the waterfall. Well, you don't know where the waterfall is. Got me some codeine. Big Bank saying wipe. I don't get this. Wipe a person's nose. Big Bank saying wipe a person's. I don't know. Because I think of a bank. This might actually just be a person. Big Bank. My girl changed the lock on the door. Said fuck that shit. Poured up a 4. Ain't falling in love with no hoe. See, now we don't seem quite as happy. You know, it just feels like we're on this edge again. That what you want from me? Is that what you really expect? You thinking I'm sitting up depressed? I'm somewhere counting my check. I hate had to fuck with any of you people. That's my only regret. Drag the mink on the floor. Put Cuban links on my hoe. 10 whips in a row. Let's keep going. Because this is all pretty fascinating. It does feel like relief. But I suspect it's going to be temporary. Let's move on to track 5. Track 6, which is called 2-Pack. Right? 2-Pack? That's how you say it? Because I can't help it. Every now and then I have to say some shit that infuriates people. It's called Tupac, produced by Nard and B. Let's jump into track 6 and see where this keeps going.
Hey, this is my city, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Got back down around my head like on Tupac. My little brother,
the bass, man.
He got 2 Glocks. Put some blood in my dreads, I went Tupac. My young nigga, he gon' shoot you for a teardrop. Got back down around my head, screaming thug life. I get faded off the Vans in a muddy drink. Got back down around my head like a soldier. Keep that chopper on a nigga like Magnolia. Put some blind in my dreads, I went Tupac. For my brother's 16th birthday, bought him a new Glock. Bitch ain't never speak no Anglo, I went 2 choppers. Down around my head like a bird. I love my dope with my grandma had a servant. Got back down around my head like on Tupac. My little brother, he ain't scared, he got 2 Glocks.
So, an idea I'm kind of floating with on this one is, I wonder if this almost feels like a person. Well, this might sound, I don't know. This might come off as offensive. I have no idea. I'm not intending to be, but the idea I'm floating to my mind is it's almost with the previous track talking about some of his friends. You know, they died, or they're going to prison, or they're on trial, or while he's out here, you know, living this kind of fancy life. This almost seems like a form of regression. This idea of essentially going back to, you know, like living, let's see, where does he say it? Thug life, you know, Tupac, thug life, with his little brother. He's got 2 Glocks, you know, turned 16, gives him a gun for his birthday, that type of a thing. And the reason why I mentioned that, it's probably pretty fucking obvious as I say it, but I just wonder if this is another element that his relationship with Ciara helped to keep at bay. You know, I talked about the vices and the flood and all that kind of stuff, but maybe this was another aspect of his own personality that maybe he doesn't want to live anymore. And maybe in being with a meaningful relationship, maybe this was kept at bay. So maybe this is something that's now sneaking back into his life. I don't know. But that's the element that's floating around in my head, especially after the previous track of My Savages and how he's got love for all his savages with itchy fingers, stuff like that.
The hood bitches love a nigga like an Alpo. My little cousin got that yapper on a manny bro. Got designer on my collar like I'm Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi.
I just roll a bunch of dozy. These niggas killing by these bitches for that dirty pussy. These niggas ain't used to no pimping, they gon' pay for pussy. Got bandana around my head like I'm a rebel. All the smiley in my system, I can see the devil. And I'm playing around with these presidents. And when you match your hand and toe, they say you're too fly. Got bandana around my head like I'm too fly.
Haha. So I had a very kind of confused look on my face during the beginning of verse 2 there. Because it sounded like he was off the beat. Was I all fucked up? Or was he off the beat at the very beginning of verse 2? I don't know. You guys can listen for yourself. Can make that decision. But it was odd. The timing with his vocals versus where the beat was odd to me. Anyway. I'm trying to be very careful here in terms of going through this album because on one hand, I am trying to pick up on themes that Future might be laying out there. But at the same time, I'm trying to avoid something that I often do, which is create my own story based off of my own ideas that aren't really in the album to create a theme that flows through. So I'm trying to balance between the two. For now, with this track, this was fine. It was cool. I'm just going to keep the loose idea of maybe the whole idea of thug life and living that kind of life and, you know, run around with guns and all this other shit. That kind of lifestyle, maybe that was something that his relationship helped keep at bay. Maybe that was part of his own monster. You know, here's another idea. It just popped in. I was talking about the flood, right? When the relationship is gone. Maybe it's more of a she was holding up the dam, not so much him. Maybe the idea I had earlier of he's trying not to fuck around as much and do that because he doesn't want to, you know, he's fighting against all these vices so he can keep his relationship. But maybe it was more her that was doing that because, well, let's just say for the sake of my own argument, if this is true, if being with her kept him out of this lifestyle, then she's doing more of the repelling work, the keeping at bay work. Anyway, not a very great description. It's hard sometimes, like, I don't know if you guys know the challenge that can sometimes come with sitting down with a whole album and listening to it for the first time and like trying to break it down. But there's a lot of times when I feel like I'm getting a message from a song or a theme is starting to form and I can like kind of sense it, but I don't have enough to formulate it into a well thought out sentence. That's the hard part. And I want to both like kick out these things that I'm picking up on so that you guys are aware of it, but also I don't want to try and force something out of nothing. Anyway, there you go. Thus is my struggle. Let's move on to track 7, which is called Gangland. I'm excited to hear. I want to hear track 8 because I'm a big fan of Breeze 'Em Out off of Mr. Thug, and just breeze 'em out, killer, breeze 'em out. Drop that top and throw the Fetti on them and breeze 'em out. Anyway, whatever. Gangland's produced by 30 Rock, Bobby Critical, and DJ Plug. Track 7, Gangland. Oh, this is a cool fucking sound.
Yeah.
Almost sounds like an alarm.
Straight up.
Oh, it went away.
I'm the one that got the present flooded. You emotional than anybody. You the type to get your man indicted. I'm the type to pull up in a spider. I'm the type of driver, Hunter, put a Hunter around, clip inside a dirty rifle. It's dirty when he got a Hummy on it. Fuck that nigga, put a bounty on it.
Dirty when it's got a Hummy on it.
Dirty in the cup, had you sipping out and off, nigga. You was getting front and running off, nigga. I made myself to a boss, nigga. Put 100 carats in the cross, nigga. Spent 200,000 on the cross, nigga. For the pins, I'ma whip the spur. Say fuck my spur and bought my bitch a ghost. I'm full of syrup and I'm seeing ghosts. I'm pushing hair like the end, no. You know we got that boy like New Orleans, you hear me?
Whoa, that fucking
Running the
sound.
play
That,
through
wow.
Chi-Town, Memphis, all up to B-More, DC. Back down south, you hear me? Let Mexico turn for gangland.
Cool song.
Maybe K
I like
like
this
I'm
one.
Zona,
This
man.
gets hard.
Does anybody kill a nigga? Do you got the heart to kill a nigga? 100,000 for a lawyer. You gotta be a Johnny Cochran. Take the dope from out the border. From the water, put it in some water. I got your son sitting on the brick. My teacher said I wouldn't be shit. She even know what I represent. Free band game president. Money up everything, nigga. And everything else irrelevant.
That sound. I like that sound.
Let Mexico turn for gangland. Or maybe K like I'm Zona, man. Does anybody kill a nigga? Do you got the heart to kill a nigga? 100,000 for a lawyer. You gotta be a Johnny Cochran. We take the dope from out the border. From the water, put it in some water.
Gangland. Yo, that sound that I like, that wah at the interlude break there. It makes me very curious as to if it's supposed to represent anything, mean anything. These guys do that a lot more than I think people realize. They will use certain sounds in a certain way to emphasize just a feeling, an emotion. The thing that went through my mind was I was thinking of the Spider-Verse movies, the animated ones, where they don't realize they're in the wrong universe and they like glitch out. I can't. And I don't know if that idea translates into the sound and what the sound is supposed to be. Who was Johnny Cochran again? It was that the guy who got the cops off for beating the shit out of Rodney King, or was it OJ? OJ Simpson. Okay, I can't remember. OJ. All right. I recognize the name, but there you go. With Gangland, I'm not sure what to take from it in terms of a broader theme. Let's kind of go through this a bit. I'm the one that got the Prezi flooded. I don't know what a Prezi is. It's short for something. I don't know what it is. You owe more Chanel than anybody. You're the type to get your man indicted. Put a 100-round clip inside of a dirty rifle. It's dirty when it's got a homie on it. So if it's been used for a murder, it's a dirty rifle. Put a bounty on him. I'm going to put that cup dirty. The cup. Had you sipping, not enough. You was getting fronted, running off. She's talking about somebody, but I don't know who. I made myself to a boss. Put 100 carats in a cross. Put 200,000 on a cross. Can't never sleep because it will cost. They can never see my palms sweating. You'd never see the hunger in me. I'm so sick and tired of being humble. This money put a lot of demons in me. To me, these two lines right there, this money put a lot of demons in me, and I'm so sick and tired of being humble, kind of brings me back to the idea, the dam break, all the vices coming through. So I think that reinforces the idea a bit. Went and tatted all these angels on me. Fuck that guy, put a tracker on him. Then we throw a pep rally on him. I don't know what that means, a pep rally. Karma's coming in, haters coming in, karma's coming back. I was getting it. Baby mom was trying to sue again. This one I didn't understand either. Got the Fetti rallies on a chin? I don't get it. Don't know that one. I'm full of syrup and I'm seeing ghosts. That's a really interesting line. Tricky song because he's saying a lot of stuff, but not in a way, not with enough detail for me to fully understand what exactly he's talking about. Talking about New Orleans a little bit, Chicago, Memphis, Baltimore, DC, going back down south. Know some Mexicanos down in Georgia. We're on every channel. We're popping. Well, let's keep going. I think that one's just above my head. Don't know that one, unfortunately. Can't really break that down too much. Track 8's called Fetti, produced by Metro Boomin, Southside, and TM88, who was on a previous track. Oh, wait. What track is this? Track 8. Why does it say track 11? Oh, this is the other monster version. Two different versions. This is messing me up. Anyway, track 8 on the streaming version. Fetti. Here we go.
Free band Sunny in this motherfucker. Original Black Migo gang. Yo, miss her. Metro Boomin want some more, nigga. That make me go and get the race. I'm trying to dodge another case. Or the ace of spade by the case.
Good bass.
Till I shoot the nigga in his face. I keep a pack of wolves by the safe. I rob the bank, I'm going on the chase. I keep the styrofoams, they going crazy. I got my chains on it like lasers. Tell me you came with the fit. Tell me you came with the fit. Tell me you came with some fit. Tell me you came with the fit. Tell me you came with some fit.
According to the annotation, it says, according to Urban Dictionary, Fetti is bastardization of furia, the Spanish word for money. Bay Area urban slang for money. Normally used in ghetto/gangster circles. Okay. So, Fetti means money, which I never actually knew before.
I done made it, now I'm greedy. Taking the codeine is red. I shake it up in a Tahiti.
Oh, cool. Cool back and forth there.
The for making them crash. Sipping codeine, rolling grass. I don't agree what you're doing. I don't agree who you're screwing. I fuck around, open a trap house in Europe. I fuck around, throw away all of my products. They run out of singles, I'm throwing on hunters. They make me go and get the race. I'm trying to dodge another case. Or the ace of spade by the case. Till I shoot the nigga in his face. And you gon' make me go and get the carbon. And I was
That, when that bass rolls back in, man, it's so fucking great.
I'm picking up hella endorsements. My chain is
It's a good beat overall. This piano overlay on top of the bass is pretty fucking cool.
Tell me you came with the Fetti. Tell me you came with some Fetti. Tell me you came with some Fetti. Tell me you came with the Fetti. I started losing my consciousness. We creeping like Jeepers, creepers. They codeine, they sleep. They codeine, they got them so sleep. I'm planning on saving my soul. Ain't fucking around saving no hoes. I burn up a zip, that's a O. We can smell all this weed on my clothes. And I was stacking back when I was starving. And I ain't looking back with these fortunes. I'm picking up hella endorsements. My chain is yellow on yellow. My bitch, she yellow on yellow. In the kitchen, remixing is yellow. They run out of red, I'm drinking on yellow. Tell me you came with the Fetti.
God, it sounds so good when you roll into the forest. The chorus I hear with the Fetti.
Tell me you came with the Fetti. Tell me you came with the Fetti. Tell me you came with some Fetti. Tell me you came with the Fetti. Tell me you came with some Fetti.
One idea I'm wondering if this track is I'm overanalyzing. I think people probably, if you're watching the whole video, if you're just kind of hanging out or whatever, and you're realizing, oh shit, we lost Bob. He's not just vibing right now. He's overanalyzing. I wonder if this is like the monster. I wonder. And I try to catch myself overanalyzing. I don't do a good job because I enjoy overanalyzing. But I feel like this is don't make me go and get the Wraith, which is a car, I believe. I'm trying to dodge the case. Order Ace of Spades by the case. I don't get that. Oh, it's a champagne. Okay, the only Ace of Spades I know is the I keep a pack of wolves by the safe. I rob the bank. I'm going on a chase. Chase is the bank, of course. I hear the styrofoams are going crazy. Got my chains on. They're like lasers. Now you're going to make me go and get the carbine. And I was tacky back when I was starving. I ain't looking back with these fortunes. Earlier this year, I did the reaction to Yeat's new album, 2093. And that was I really enjoyed that album. I'm still been listening to it. It's good. And I'm glad I really took the time to dig through the lyrics because initially the lyrics were kind of confusing. There's all these, you did this and you did that. And it's like this relationship turmoil, but it was never really spelled out that well. As the album progresses, you realize, oh, it's all these different voices in his head. He's talking to himself. And so I have that idea in mind with this track. This kind of feels like all of this that's being said is the monster. Or maybe what Future would consider him as the monster version of himself. It's fully embraced, fully in charge, has all the power, cares about the money a lot. Tell me you came with some Fetti. Reincarnated Machiavelli. That's Tupac, right? Yeah, I gotta listen to that one too. Sharper than a machete. I done made it. Now I'm greedy. Taking the codeine. It's ready. Shake it up in Tahiti, 200 something sitting on the dash, Bentley Spur, making them crash, sipping codeine, rolling grass. I don't agree with what you're doing. This is why I was thinking it's the monster. I don't agree with what you're doing. I don't agree with who you're screwing. I fucked around, opened a trap house in Europe. I fucked around, throw away all my problems. They ran out of singles. This feels like the monster and Future doing a quick exchange back and forth. Maybe. Again, I'm probably overanalyzing, but it's fun. I enjoy doing it. I'm about flipping some stacks and flipping some racks. You can treasure and honor this too. I'm the one breaking my promises. That's another line that stood out about me thinking this is the monster. I'm the one breaking my promises. And it's almost like this coalition of, if you take the idea earlier of maybe he's finally relieved, he doesn't have to fight these temptations anymore. You know, the dam is given way, and fine, I don't have to worry about these rules that I had to follow in order to be in this relationship. And all. But also hating the person or the portion of himself that wants to do those things that resulted in losing the relationship. But now we're like almost full circle, seeing himself just become that thing. And that thing taking over. Ain't fucking around, saving no hoes. Isn't that a song off of, or a line that also ends up on DS2? I can't save these hoes, I ain't saving no hoes. Something like that. That Codeine is sleepy. I'm planning on saving my soul. That's a great line right there. I'm planning on it. I'm not doing it right now. I'm not taking active steps to do that now, but someday I'll save my soul. Let's keep rolling. Again, I feel like I'm overanalyzing a bit. It's supposed to be enjoying it. I am enjoying it. The beat was great. I like that deep bass with that light piano overlaid on top. It was a cool mix of sound right there. Track 9 is called Hardly, produced by Southside. Let's jump in. Track 9, here we go.
I remember it was New Year's. We was in the studio when I did Chosen. My nigga Double D was there. I started saying Lil B Chinchilla because he had the chinchilla and shit. Real. You know what I'm saying?
Huh. Kind of a lighter sound here.
It's that super future, 5 March future Hendrix. You know the wizard, you understand?
Are these all his nicknames here?
You know what I'm saying, man?
Yeah, okay. I like this. Do.
No, hardly forget anything, you know. Hey. Caught a nigga to the dirt. Margella my fur. Almost overdosing on perks. Waking up drinking that syrup. Billy Spur with the curtains. Balenciaga's my proteges. I wear them shits like Michael J's. Watch the Molly down with champagne. Watch the sand it down with syrup, yeah. Hope it take away all this damn pain. Hope it take away all this damn pain.
Huh.
Remember we drug for some. Remember we take for some. Yeah. I spent 3 stacks on these Rick arms. I tried my best to forget it. I pour my life inside these poems, my whole soul and my spirit. I'm easily agitated, get intoxicated, trying to fight the demons. Trying to find right and my wrong. Hope my legacy live on.
Cool little jam, man. Very cool little jam. I wish it was longer. I wish he said more. He's saying a lot. Gutter person till the dirt, right? Till the day I die. And then, I don't know, Margiela, my fur. That's probably like a fur coat or something. Almost overdosing on perks, waking up drinking that syrup. Wash the Molly down with champagne. Wash the Zanny down with syrup. Hope it takes away all this damn pain. Which makes me think of 9 Inch Nails. Hurt. The needle tears a hole. The old familiar sting. try to kill it all away, but I remember everything. And you could have it all. My empire of dirt. Hardly. No, I hardly forget anything. So, to me, I think this is a fairly straightforward track of trying to bury the pain through substance abuse and being unsuccessful. That would be my summary for this track. And it's almost, fuck, man, you get into verse 2. Everyday hustling, I gotta get that cream. Wu-Tang reference right there. All of my love, I gave it to my city. All that game you gave me, can't forget it. All the finesse you gave me, can't forget. And then he's talking about, his legacy and all this other stuff. And it almost comes off like an obituary, like a self-written obituary, or like a letter that you'd leave behind before you kill yourself. That's what it comes off as a bit. I pour my life inside these poems, my whole soul and spirit. Now, I don't think he's in a suicidal state, but it does leave the impression of someone who thinks, I'm not going to be alive much longer. And so through that process, it gives you a peek into how severe is the substance abuse. Because if you're doing it so much, so heavy, that you have legit concern you're going to die soon, that's a lot, right? Captain Obvious statement there. But it's kind of a roundabout way of exposing what he's actually doing. And I think it's intentional. Because he says it. I pour my life inside these poems, my whole soul and spirit, easily agitated, get intoxicated, trying to fight these demons. Trying to find right in my wrong, hope my legacy lives on. Which, there was another line, I missed it, but I saw it, I caught it, I just didn't mention it specifically, talking about something about my wrongs I don't even write. Like, he doesn't write lyrics, and so he can't fix his wrongs. So he doesn't. But basically, it was cool little wordplay. I can't remember which track it was. It was a couple songs back. But I failed to mention it. That's why I wrote the song. I didn't have to write this song, but that's why I wrote it. Okay. Let's keep going, man. This has been a great ride. Only a couple songs left. Next one's called Wesley Presley, produced by Metro Boomin. And we will drop into track 10, Wesley Presley.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
50-100. Huh?
Trippy.
Come on. White girl with me like Elvis. Old girl say I'm too selfish.
Wow.
Sipping on the lean, can't help it.
Pretty heavy. It's getting pretty heavy right here.
Got a pimpin' on a nigga, Paul Dawson. Young rich nigga banging on your daughter. Got the white girl with me like Presley. New Jack City nigga like Wesley. Keep it down, bitch, on the team like Rocky. Got them bricks on the nigga, Mr. Miyagi. Keep stick down.
Why Mr. Miyagi?
Fuck dick, then tell her how she touch me. Brought the new Balenciaga like the bitch with Hirachi. I should move to Italy, I'm first than everybody. I'm the ground king, I'm turning up on everybody.
I can't explain it. I can't put tactile words onto the feeling I'm getting from it. But this bass that's rolling through, and these lines of sipping on lean, can't help it. It just feels like dark, present, being hunted, being consumed type of a thing. This other layer sound, this this higher level, I don't really know how to place that yet, but this bass, the reason why I say can't really explain it is because we hear bass like this a lot, right? Like, bass is not uncommon. And so I feel weird sometimes trying to talk about how this bass has a distinct sound, where really it probably sounds like a lot of other bass things, but it's just incredible how little elements of context, either from previous tracks or lyrics within the track, add to a sound. And then that sound adds to the storytelling. And then that storytelling adds to the theme. And it all builds on itself. It's all little blocks that just create this incredible structure. And that bass is fucking haunting, man. It is like it's like, what do they call it? The night when you wake up? I don't remember what it's called. Like a night demon or something, where you wake up in bed and you can't move, and you feel you have this strong sensation of a presence in the room. I don't remember what that's called, but that's what that bass is doing to me right now.
Got a pimpin' on a nigga, Paul Dawson. Young rich nigga banging on your daughter. Got the white girl.
I think it's that lower note.
New Jack City nigga like Wesley.
100%.
White girl with me like Elvis. New Jack City nigga like Wesley. Got the white girl with me like Presley. Thank you. Percocets getting on the nigga while I'm drinking. And I got a white girl with me, Tom Brady. Gold bottle coming right now, got an ace. Spade. White girl with me like Elvis. Old girl
says I'm too selfish.
Sipping on a lean, can't help it. Ever take a drug test, now I'm gon' feel it. New Jack City nigga like Wesley. Got the white girl with me like Presley. Sipping on a lean, can't help it. Ever take a drug test, now I'm gon'
Trippy, man. Trippy. So Wesley Presley, obviously Wesley is Wesley Snipes from New Jack City, the movie, which I have seen. It's been a while, but I've seen that. And then Elvis Presley, of course, which was mentioned. I love this line of, what is it? Young rich guy banging on your daughter. It's funny, but it's funny in like the worst way, because the only reason why it functions is it basically functions as a funny way to insult somebody, right? To make somebody mad. And the only reason why it makes somebody mad is because of racism, which is awful. So it's like this weird full circle element, man. Because I'm sure any racist out there would be infuriated by the idea of their daughter getting banged on by a young, rich black guy. Oh, God. Sometimes, man. Sometimes life is so absurd. The things that come together. I love, every now and then I'll love when you see online and be like, we absolutely must be living in a simulation. There's no way this is real. Wesley Presley. Pocket full of bread like pasta. Grab the hoe, spray it on you people like shut up. Oh, God, man. What was the deal with Get Them Bricks on Me, Mr. Miyagi? What's that about? Future alludes to the character Mr. Miyagi from Karate Kid. Oh, he chops bricks. Oh, sure. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. That's pretty good. Keep the stick, damn well, I don't speak Chinese. Fuck a thick bitch and tell her hachi-tachi. I don't know what the fuck that means. I should move to Italy. I'm fresher than everybody. I don't know what that means either. I'm going to go around king, turn up on everybody. They're really the couple lines that stand out the most. Sipping on lean, I can't help it. Old girls say I'm too selfish. White girl. I don't know. Let's see what the annotation says. Elvis Presley, biggest sex symbols. Yeah, white girl. Yeah. This also references how cocaine is white and how Future is always moving it. Okay. Sure. Okay, and that would actually kind of tie into the drug addiction thing. Old girls say I'm too selfish. Let's keep going. I don't want to force ideas. Really, this just feels like we're descending further into the black hole of the monster. But let's keep going. Track 11 is called Showed Up. It's produced by TM88 and DJ Spins. Here we go. Track 11, Showed Up.
A whole A for codeine. I just.
And maybe it's not so much being further into the monster, but further into addiction.
I just down the whole A for codeine. My the young nigga hate smelling like society. I just got some work and I'ma serve every dope fiend. It's another Miley with the Sprite like it's protein.
Like it's protein.
In a fountain, you can't taste the caffeine. Custom stamp my passport, I'm on my way to Beijing. Smashing on the trophy, crashing out my OD, checking out my emoji. I was drugged up on so many drugs. I just showed up in this bitch with some Land Kings and some Bloods. I came through that bitch before betraying my cuz. We screaming ABK, nigga, so you know what it was. I just down the whole A for codeine. My the young nigga hate smelling like society. I just got some work and I'ma serve every dope fiend. It's another Miley with the Sprite like it's protein.
18.
His voice sounds a little different on this one. I think on purpose. It sounds he sounds a little fucked up. You know, it doesn't sound crisp or clear or anything like that. And it's fine. This not a criticism. It's fine. But it's capturing the idea of just being fucked up on Codeine. Now he's not. His voice isn't so far in where you can't hear him like on what was that? Watch My Back, Lucky. He's all fucked up on that, right? And I don't know if he was actually. I don't think he was actually fucked up, but putting that element into the vocal performance, Future is doing this here.
For the jury nigga, for the DA nigga, for the judge nigga. Yeah. On the Mexicanos, the push kilos, the judge niggas. Yeah. For the bitch all in the shower, all in the tub nigga. What? I'm Pablo El Chapo to these little niggas. Yeah. I got new scars, I got new cars, I'm a loose cannon. And I'm affiliated with them gangsta niggas like Don Cannon. I just bought my bitch a new Celine. I just told my jeweler go and make me 10 rings. Yeah, I won. I'm pimping on some bitches, call me Future Don Juan. I got Murder Squad with me and I brought your broad with me. Know some trigger happy niggas that'll go to war with me. And all of Mexico into the Lord, come get me, man.
I kind of like Showed Up. Honestly, it doesn't have. According to the listens, it's got the fewest amount. But I kind of like Showed Up. I kind of like how it's just a little eerie with his voice. This outro is like the perfect summary: codeine, sardines, dope fiend, protein, caffeine. You know, and it matches the tone of his voice. Just this kind of this like sludging monster. Just slow, just moving forward, won't stop, kind of tranching through codeine, sardines, dope fiend, protein, caffeine, you know, just this monster. Verse 2 made me realize, well, made me remember, yesterday I went and picked up my son from kickboxing. And when I pick him up, like, is there a song you want to listen to for the drive home? And he said, put on Doom. I want to hear the rap snitches. And I went, oh, rap snitch conditions? He's like, yeah, let's listen to that one. Okay. Yeah. But I was thinking about, fuck the jury, the DA, the judge. Only Mexicanos that push kilos can judge. I'm affiliated with them gangster people like that. He's just got to talk about some shit. It's like, take it easy, bro. It's a horror. Telling all their business. Can you see the perpetrator? Yeah, I'm right here. Let's keep going. The other thing, too, that makes me think we're really, really in the monster here is it's called Showed Up. And it's like, well, what showed up? I did. The monster did. Talk about going to Oslo, Norway. I can't read sometimes. Like, the word is... I think I'm a little dyslexic, honestly. I think I've never been tested, but I honestly believe I'm somewhat dyslexic because I've struggled with that for decades now. I'll move letters around. I'll switch words around. Sometimes when I'm speaking, although I think this is a little different, but I have to slow myself down because my brain will have like two sentences that are essentially the same thing, but then I'm like swapping the words and then the thing I actually say doesn't make any sense because I took two words and swapped them around or I mashed them together and anyway. What does it mean to have you smelling like some sardines? Dead bodies contain a bad odor, which can compare to the smell of sardines. In this case, Future is referring to his homies doing the dirty work for him. You might end up sleeping with the fishes. Okay, sure. All right. Move on to track 12, called Mad Love, produced by Metro Boomin and DJ Plug. Dropping in to Mad Love.
Free banger.
DJ Plug, you just cute.
Fuck you, man. You rolling on?
Metro Boomin want some more, nigga.
I keep it rolling on. We reverse those. They got mad love for us. We get mad
Cool drum sound. Very cool.
Getting cash flow. We don't respect none of you niggas. We getting mad though. They got mad love for us. It's gonna stay that way. We got mad going on. They gon' spray that way. Outside nigga infiltrating, don't play around, don't play with me. Outside nigga come around, gon' spray him down like fireman.
Spray him down like fireman.
Shooting a nigga like John K. Got mojo assassination. Driving the boat on the sands. Pull out a 4 in Japan. Selling that dope out of France. The Molly is great with a 10. The president look like a dance. We go to clubs and stand on the soft for niggas. I toss it up with all my day one niggas. Free banging. I keep it rolling on.
I like the beat on this, so a little bit more upbeat.
They got mad love.
A little bit more energy.
We get mad dog.
Sharper.
Trying to sabotage me. Getting cash flow. We don't respect none of you niggas. We getting mad dog. I put the steam in the rear indicator. I put a 2 in the baby in the perks. I thought it's on 6 hours later. I'ma pull up in the rolls.
Cool. Does that again, I like that.
Ice cubes on me, no freezer. Same color as a wife beater. Let them jewels make the eyes clean. The activists make the Sprite pink. That's your bitch, I'm a gone man. I got my BM pushing the bender. Gotta keep M's like a Zanina. They got mad love for us. We get mad dog. Tryna sabotage me.
It's surprisingly up.
Just
light.
It's gonna stay that way. We got mad goons on that. They gon' spray that way. Outside nigga infiltrating, don't play around, don't play with me. Outside nigga come around, gon' spray him down like fireman.
Huh. You know, this is a moment where I feel like my own idea is clashing with just what's happening in the album, and that this song just kind of feels like a bit of a standalone in terms of the tone, the energy, style. It's kind of up, a little bit more pop. Previous track showed up. You know, if I was going to stick to my own theme, I would be like, oh, okay, now the monster's really here. But if the monster is really here, if it has shown up, you know, this is surprisingly up. But you could also possibly take it the other way, like maybe it's like a transformation is complete kind of a thing. Maybe it's one of those things where if the monster is so in control that all the things that maybe Future was trying to fight against, was struggling with, the vices, whatever, temptations, because he wanted to stay away from it, because he saw the negative in it, now it's like all of those things are here and they're absent of the negative. Maybe that's how you could take it in terms of taking the idea of a monster, but also having this positive sound, like just completely oblivious to the downsides of these vices and what have you. Maybe. Who knows? Might put a rollie on with reverse doors. Got mad love for us. We're getting mad dough, trying to savage, getting cash flow. Don't respect any of you, getting mad dough. They got mad love for us. It's going to stay that way. So he's making a lot of money. Outside people infiltrating, don't play around with me. Don't come around. We're going to spray him down like firemen. Whipping the dope like it's anime. Shooting like John K. Got mojo on mojo, I assassinate you. Driving the boat on them Zans. That doesn't sound safe. Please, when you go out this weekend and drive your boat around, please do not take Xanax while driving your boat around. Please, y'all. Y'all promise? Y'all promise? Everyone right now, you just promise, Bob, I will not take Xanax while driving my boat this weekend. Okay, good. Good job, community. We all came together. We've all agreed, myself included, no one's going to drive a boat while on Xanax this weekend. Good for us. We did it. All right, we're making the world a better place. Selling that dope out in France. Wow. That's a long way to go to sell some dope. But hey, you know, it's an enterprise. Diamonds is Mediterranean. This is for the ones who abandoned me. My heart is so full of some anger. All you people are in danger. Drinking on Texas like I'm a ranger. That's like a baseball reference probably. I wouldn't text you if I wasn't famous. I wouldn't have texted you if I wasn't famous. I'd be with Russians, so fuck you complaining. Straight off the lot, going straight to the jeweler, straight out of the range and jumping to Rozzy. So he's just talking about a lot of material things here. But these two lines, this is for the ones who abandoned me. It's almost like a revenge. Well, no, not revenge, but like haha, I made it type thing. Celine, which I clicked on the annotation. I guess that's a type of jewelry, I suppose. Pull up the rolls. I'm going to sell me a whole chicken. What's a chicken? Refers to cocaine. Okay. Ice cubes on me, no freezer, same color as a wife beater. Platinum jewels make the ice cleaner. So there you go. There's a good jewelry tip right there from Future. If you want to make your diamonds look a little sharper, a little cleaner, use platinum, or maybe white gold is also acceptable. It makes it look cleaner. Good to know. Good tip right there from Future. 9mm. True my game. Okay, well, we got mad love. Okay, well, there we go. Let's move on. I think this is the moment we've all been waiting for. This is Codeine Crazy. I'm not gonna read any summary. Big track. It's it's almost 6 minutes long. So we will just roll into it. We'll see what it is, how it goes, and here we go. Final track, Codeine Crazy.
Codeine Crazy.
Huh.
Yeah. Pouring bubbly, pouring bubbly, pour that bubbly, pour that bubbly, pour that bubbly. We don't went through too much. Hear me? Pour that bubbly, train that muddy, bro, we covered it. Yeah, I'm covered in.
Covered it.
I was dug in it. I was just loving it.
Cool beat.
That's for the muffin lit. That's for the other bitch. That ain't for you, dog. That's for the other
neat.
Ain't for
neat
you,
layer
dog.
there.
That's for that other bitch. I'm going crazy about it. I'm going codeine crazy. That's how we living it. I'm feeling lovely. I'm drinking bubbly.
Neat pace to this.
I'm drinking bubbly.
Take out my problems and drink out the bottle and fuck on them out of yeah. Out of my this now the coronavirus to the Royal Cartier. Young Perrion, I get done from a grown, I can show for the round. I pull up with my rounds, I pull up out of town. I corrupt your town with them girls and them pounds. I grew up on the grounds with them dealers and hounds. We order more bottles and fuck on more models and pass them around. Celebrate like the championship. Celebrate like the championship. I told you.
So something important here is he mentions this thing. I do everything on threes. Where the hell was it? I say everything triple time. He switches to triplet bass flow. Okay. And I've been made aware of this, but I forget. I honestly don't really pay too much attention to all these different terms. Each bar is 3 triplets of 3 syllables each. Okay, that's what that means. Okay. But he's also, I wonder if there's another meaning to that, because he's talking about, he's phrasing, although I guess that's not triple, that's 4. He's saying that thing's 4 times. He says that 4 times. Okay, anyway, never mind. I was wrong. I was guessing on something, and I was wrong. Let's keep rolling.
Take it back and take a look at yourself. Take the lesson, put it all in the air. Too many days gone by. Sit by the phone, wait until I reply. Dry my eyes, believe it or not. I can never see a tear falling. Water dripping, don't be like a faucet. I just took a bitch to eat at Chipotle. Spend another 60,000 on the rolling. All my diamonds got your brain washed. She sucked my dick, I got my brain washed. And for that shit, you got your man pop. See what they did to Biggie and Pop. Pour a little liquor out. Pour a little more liquor out. Pour it out. Codeine crazy.
This is cool. This little kind of interlude right here.
Playing poker, now we back in stroke. I forgot her name, but her pussy soaking. When I seen her on the pole. Reminded myself when I used to come over. Reminded myself when I used to get loaded. Reminded myself that I'm still getting loaded. The coupe fully loaded. This whip fully loaded. This whip fully loaded. The clip fully loaded. I try to control it. It's poppers and ballers. These niggas who bogus. It's pour up a paint. I'ma fuck around, faint like I'm Kid Cudi probably. I fuck around, faint, I'ma fall on a drink. Rockin' tongue for it, poppin' Molly. Married to this motherfucking money. Codeine crazy.
This is a cool jam. This is a very cool jam.
Oh, that bubbly. Train that muddy, bro, we covered it.
I just love and live. It's for the muffin. It's for the other bitch. That ain't for you, dog. That's for them other niggas. Ain't for you, child.
I love these like lighter bits that come in.
I'm going codeine crazy. That's how we living it. I'm feeling lovely. I'm drinking bubbly. Codeine crazy. Codeine crazy.
Oh yeah.
All this motherfucking money got me codeine crazy.
Wow. And it just ends. Yeah, that was fucking legit. No wonder everybody likes that so much. Drink that muddy. Drink his money when we're covered in it. I'm covered in it. I was thugging in it. I was just loving lit. Is that right? That's for them other people. That's for the other bitches. This ain't for you, dog. That's for them. So is he like taking drinks for everybody that he's lost? Is that what's happening there? Let's click this annotation, the Codeine Crazy. The song is all about the purple drink. Make sure of codeine, cough syrup. Yeah, sure. The song references 8 sips. Yeah, final tweet. Shortly before he died of Xanax and lean overdose. Oh. Codeine Crazy. Oh. That's a key part, isn't it? Glad I clicked that one. I'm making USDs overseas. That's US dollars that you can't achieve. Diamond's colder than a glacier, balling harder than the pace. Has been trying to have some patience. Told my mama she should pray out until the streets. I gotta wait on it. Drowning an activist, suicide. You know, kind of an interesting outcome for the album in terms of how it concludes thematically, because I've been through a lot of stuff where there's the wrestle with the monster and it's back and forth, and then it kind of comes out on the other side that either the monster's defeated or contained or what have you. And this one, not so much. Not so much. Like, let's see this. She sucked my dick. I got my brainwashed. And for that shit, you got your man pop. See what they did to Biggie and Pac. Pour a little liquor out. Pour a little liquor, more liquor out. Pour it out. Pour it out. This bit right here. I just dived inside a cutie where spoon and take it back and take a look at yourself. Take the lesson, put it all in the air. Too many days gone by, sitting by the phone, wait until I reply, dry my eyes, believe it or not, I could never see a tear falling. Water dripping on me like a faucet. This part is hilarious to me. This is great use of contrast. Just took a bitch to eat at Chipotle, spent another $60,000 on a roll. So I'll spend $8 on a date and then $60,000 on a watch. I with so much hype around Codeine Crazy, like it's a great trap song. I was wondering if there was going to be more like lyrically, or if it was going to be this great conclusion to the album. And I think in terms of music, it is a great conclusion to the album. It's a great song. But it also leaves you in this state of, well, this is how it is, I suppose. You know, the relationship isn't restored. His addiction isn't resolved. The monster isn't slain. Those who have died are still gone. And we're pouring some shit out for him. I'm still getting fucked up on codeine. I'm still chasing money. And it really does leave this sense of just, here we are. It's really kind of impressive, really. It's hard to capture the idea, I think, of in music specifically of, well, I guess this is it. You know? You really do have to build up to it in a certain way. I'm still wrestling with my own ideas about the album in terms of like themes and meaning and stuff like that. You know, like I said earlier, I'm trying to balance between trying to build off of something that is actually there versus my own idea that doesn't exist with the album, but I'm just overanalyzing. Monster. You know, you go to the cover again. And I feel like that's what this album is. It's just him. He becomes the monster, I suppose. Or maybe there was no other way. I don't know, man. It's kind of neat. It's kind of neat. I'm really... I'm really struggling to elaborate on how I'm feeling right now. I feel like this album is probably very personal to Future. It's kind of neat to go through a trap album where I like the disguise of the lyrics, where if you don't really pay attention, it kind of sounds like everything else you would hear in trap and whatever. But if you dig in there, no, there's more there. There's a lot more there. And he is pretty open, surprisingly so. Pour that bubbly. Pour that bubbly. Especially pouring, the idea of Codeine Crazy and the duality of pouring one out for those who are gone and pouring one for yourself because you're addicted. But then also you've expressed the idea earlier that I'm probably going to be gone soon because I'm pouring so much codeine. I'm drinking so much codeine. Huh. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. Cool ride. Very cool ride. Not really like anything else I've heard before, man. We done went through too much. You hear me? We done went through too much. Drink that muddy. Drink his muddy. When we're covered in it, I'm covered in it. This ain't for you. This for them. Ha. I corrupted your town with them guns and them pounds. I grew up on the grounds with them dealers and hounds. We order more bottles and fuck on more models and pass them around. I mean, that just feels like a monster to me, right? And that's not, sometimes people, I feel like, misunderstand what I'm saying. Not a criticism towards Future, not anything about him, against him. I don't know anything about the guy. But just the detailing of somebody becoming a monster. But also having this level of awareness to it as well. And I think there's an argument to be made that the monster that is self-aware is a little bit more sinister than the one that doesn't even realize. It's more of a conscious choice. And what that means, there's a driver back there. There's something forcing forward these decisions that a monster makes rather than someone who's just, out of control. Okay. Well, there you go. That was the album ride of Monster by Future. If you are on YouTube, this is the end for you. If you are on the Patreon, we will now go through some music videos. Maybe the music videos will bring a little bit more storytelling element to it.